Mine is going very slow.
Hey, Andrea.
Hey,
Hey, just wanted to remind you there is going to be a substitute for that juvenile court hazard pay item. Greg Huth will discuss it, but just as a reminder when you read the item.
okay,
Thanks.
thank
Can
you.
you ask them to make sure they copy us on it?
Joe,
Yes.
can you make sure that Greg copies Janine and Ashley on there? So if he shares the screen and they get the resolution, they can share it.
I don't think we need to share the screen, but I'll
Okay.
make sure that I'll make sure they have the document just for their.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Okay, thank you.
And Joe, do you know if Pernell needs the Zoom link?
If you don't mind, could you forward it over to text it to his phone since he was having
Okay.
those problems earlier? Thank you.
Mhm.
Joe, we're just waiting on Dan and some other council members, but we have enough for quorum once Dan joins.
Okay, thanks.
Okay,
We're ready when you are, Dan.
okay. Thank you. Calling to order the Cuyahoga County Council regular meeting for Tuesday, November the 24th, 2020. Please call the roll.
Calling the roll, Mr. Tuma,
Here.
Mr. Gallagher,
Here.
Mr. Schran,
Here.
Ms. Conwell,
Present.
Mr. Jones. Absent. Ms. Brown,
Here.
Ms. Stevens,
Present.
Ms. Simon,
Here.
Ms. Baker. Present. Ms. Baker, you're on mute right now, but she's present.
Thank you. I am here.
Okay, Mr. Miller,
Here.
Council President Brady.
Here.
We have a quorum.
Thank you. Is there any public comment, Madam Clerk?
Yes, we have various public comments that we received regarding the Diversion Center. Mr. Jay Lopresto, Miss Molly Garfield, Miss Eileen Vizcano, Mr. Don Bryant, Miss Karen Stetner, Mr. Justin Petro, Mr. James Loftus, Ms. Rosie Palfy, Miss Lou Fitzgerald Zucker, and Miss Aditi Deshmukh. And Deshmukh is regarding the 2021 budget. We also have a public comment from Miss Janice Murphy regarding the grant agreement with the Metro Health System, and Miss Lou as it relates to items regarding the public bathrooms in the homeless centers.
Okay, well, we have those.
And
Those.
I'm so sorry that let me just make sure that I mention that. The comments received were distributed to the council members prior to the meeting.
Okay, thank you, Madam Clerk. Could I have a motion to approve the minutes as printed on the agenda for November 9th, Committee of the Whole, November 10th, regular meeting, November 16th, Committee of the Whole, and November 19th, Committee of the Whole?
Also move Miller.
And who was the second?
Didn't you, the second person?
Is there a
I'll
second?
second.
It was Brown.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. Is there, all those in favor of the approving the minutes, say aye.
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 Opposed? The ayes have it. The minutes are approved. Is there a message from the county executive today?
Yes, Mr. President, thank you. First, I just want to note that the governor signed House Bill 404, which allows public bodies to continue meeting electronically through July of 2021. So if you are so desire, we can continue meeting like this for a while. I hope that you all saw on Friday that we announced a new diversion center. This is really, really big. We've been working on this for several years. As you all know, our jail, and in fact, all jails have become the biggest repository of people with mental health and addiction problems. When the police pick someone up with mental illness for a low-level offense, there's really no place to take them except to the jail. And that's not the place where these people belong. We'll work with the Adams Board and Oriana House to train police officers around the county to both de-escalate problems and to determine who might be better served through diversion than through the criminal justice system. Frontline will be staffing 24/7 a phone line to answer police questions in real time. Oriana House will staff the diversion center and provide treatment for up to 9 days. Then there will be referrals to community services and longer-term treatment after that. The nice thing is that these low-level offenders will receive the treatment that they really need to return to the community. And since the program is pre-arrest, they won't have a criminal record. Lots of folks and organizations work together to make this possible. Within the county government, special thanks go to Bob Triazzi for getting us started, Mike Dever, Brandy Carney, and Bill Mason. Randy and Bill put in countless hours making this happen. And I want to thank members of County Council for your support along the way as well. This will improve care for people with mental health and addiction problems. It'll help us reduce the jail population too, which is especially important as we move forward with the plans for a new jail. Bill Mason has promised that this diversion center will be open in the first quarter of 2021. And if it's not, he owes me $1. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Executive. Legislation introduced by council, consideration of a resolution of council for first reading. Clerk, please read the item into the record.
Resolution 2020-0248, approving the Metro Health System Year 2021 budget in accordance with Ohio Revised Code, Section 339.06D, with the understanding that the allocation of county funds to the system has been made through adoption of the 2020-2021 biennial operating budget and capital improvements program for 2021.
And this item will move to the December 8th council agenda for consideration for second reading. Consideration of resolutions of council for first reading and referral to committee.
Resolution 2020-0249, awarding a sum not to exceed $85,000 to the City of South Euclid, Ohio, to establish, operate, and report findings of a pilot program to humanely manage overabundant deer population in the densely populated City of South Euclid.
And this will be referred to Education, Environment, and Sustainability.
Resolution 2020-0250, a resolution adopting various changes to the Cuyahoga County non-bargaining classification plan.
And this will be referred to Human Resources. Legislation introduced by the executive, consideration of a resolution for first reading adoption under suspension of the rules. Could I have a motion to suspend the rules?
Mr. President, I move to suspend the rules.
Second, Brown.
All those in favor say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Ayes have it. The rules are suspended.
Resolution 2020-0251, amending the 2020-2021 biennial operating budget for 2020 by providing for additional fiscal appropriations from the general fund and other funding sources for appropriation transfers between budget accounts and for cash transfers between budgetary funds to meet the budgetary needs of various county departments, offices, and agencies.
Move to adopt.
Second.
Mr. President, my colleagues, this resolution is the regular fiscal agenda of budget amendments. OBM Director Parfiowitz answered our questions, and the answers have been sent to all members. The main item is the resubmission of the remaining appropriation for $145 $510,000 in CARES Act money. Director Tkachuk provided an update on the CARES Act allocations to council at the budget hearing on November 9th and a follow-up on November 19th, and will provide an additional update on November 30th. The other notable item is the $4 million transfer from the general fund to the Economic Development Fund for the Lumen project on Playhouse Square. This funding is part of a $10 million loan that will be fully repaid to the county within 5 years at 3.5% interest. I recommend passage on first reading suspension.
Thank you. Any discussion? All those in favor, say aye.
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 Those
Aye.
opposed, the ayes have it. Resolution is adopted.
Resolution 2020-0252, accepting the revised rates as determined by the Budget Commission, authorizing the necessary tax levies and certifying them to the county fiscal officer.
Move to adopt.
Second, Brown.
Mr. President, my colleagues, this resolution fulfills a routine state requirement to officially declare the county's tax rates. A similar measure was passed in July, and this has to be amended to incorporate passage of the library levy at the November 3rd election.
All right, you recommend passage?
Yes, please.
All those in favor, say aye. Aye.
Aye. Aye.
Opposed, the ayes have it. The resolution is adopted.
Resolution 2020-0253, approving a collective bargaining agreement between Cuyahoga County and excavating building material, construction drivers, racetrack employees, public employees, manufacturing, processing, assembling, and installer employees, local union number 436, affiliated with the International Brotherhood of Teamsters, representing approximately 10 employees in the classification of Deputy Dog Warden at the Department of Public Works, Division of Animal Shelter, for the period January 1st, 2021 through December 31st, 2023, directing that funds necessary to implement the collective bargaining agreement be budgeted and appropriated.
Move to adopt.
Second, Brown.
Thank you. This was discussed in executive committee. All those in favor, say aye.
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 All those
Aye.
opposed? Ayes have it. The resolution is adopted.
Resolution 2020-0254, approving a collective bargaining agreement between the Cuyahoga County Court of Common Pleas, General Division, and the Fraternal Order of Police, Ohio Labor Council, representing approximately 163 employees working in the probation department for the period January 1st, 2020 through December 31st, 2022.
Okay, move to adopt.
Second.
Got that? Okay. This was also discussed in executive session. All those in favor say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? The ayes have it. The resolution is adopted.
Resolution 2020-0255, authorizing a settlement agreement and release of all claims to settle the case of Herrick Hudson LLC versus Cleveland, Cuyahoga County Port Authority et al., case number 119 CV 01528-SO, currently pending in the United States District Court for Northern Ohio District of Ohio, Eastern Division, and the case of Herrick Hudson LLC versus Cuyahoga County Port Authority, case number CV 13-804221, currently pending in the Court of Common Pleas of Cuyahoga County, authorizing the acceptance of a deed transferring certain real property to the county as part of such settlement agreement, authorizing the county executive and/or his designee to execute the settlement agreement and any related documents, authorizing the appropriation of funds for payment of settlement amounts set forth herein.
All right, move to adopt.
Second.
Miller?
Well, this has been around for far too long. All those in favor say aye.
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 All those
Aye.
opposed? The ayes have it. The resolution is adopted.
Resolution 2020-0256, amending resolution number 2020-0214, 12, dated October 13th, 2020, which authorized an agreement between Cuyahoga County and the Cuyahoga County Court of Common Pleas Juvenile Division to provide funding for the court to pay hazard pay to the Juvenile Detention Center employees in accordance with the Coronavirus Relief Fund established by Section 5001 of the Coronavirus Aid, Relief, and Economic Security Act, also known as CARES. It's for the period October 16th, 2020 through January 8th, 2021, by increasing the not to exceed amount of said agreement, which has the potential collective bargaining implications, to $987,700.
Move to
Move
adopt.
to- Second, Simon.
Thank you.
Mr. Chairman, this is the, where there's a substitute.
Do you have a substitute available?
The clerk has it, yes.
All right. Madam Clerk, you want to read the substitute?
I do not have it at this time. Let me go back to my,
Well, I can tell you what it is. It's pretty
Please.
straightforward. The not to exceed dollar amount that's in the version that was originally submitted is based on a spreadsheet that's about a week old. We got an updated spreadsheet today with one additional employee on it. So the not to exceed dollar amount is going to $994,600 rather than the $987,700.
All right. Well, this was discussed in executive committee. I assume everyone remembers this item that had to be changed and substituted. So all those in favor of substituting the item, say aye.
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 All those opposed, item is substituted. All those in favor of moving this legislation as substituted, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Well, the ayes are.
resolution,
Resolution is adopted. Sorry.
Resolution 2020-0257, amending resolution number 2020-0138 dated July 7th, 2020, which approved the hazard pay agreement with the American Federation of State, County, and Municipal Employees, Ohio Council 8, Local 1746, to include classified employees that were omitted from the hazard pay distribution.
Okay, move to adopt.
Second. Miller.
Conway.
Okay, we've got a couple of seconds there.
Miller seconded first.
Okay. Okay. Any discussion? Although we did discuss this, of course, again in the executive committee, and we've been discussing it for a while, actually. All those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? The ayes have it. The resolution is adopted.
Resolution 2020-0258, a resolution approving hazard pay extension agreements for Cuyahoga County Corrections Center employees in various bargaining units.
All right, move to adopt. Could I have a second?
Second.
Second, Conwell.
Okay, I think Sharon got that one first. Thank you, Jack. This was the final item that we discussed in the executive committee. All those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
As long as
Aye.
it's breaking here, we don't.
All those opposed? The ayes have it. And the resolution is adopted. Consideration of resolutions for first reading and referral to committee.
Resolution 2020-0259, confirming the county executive's reappointment of various individuals to serve on the Cuyahoga County Board of Developmental Disabilities for the term February 1st, 2021 through January 31st, 2025, for the various individuals as listed on the printed agenda.
This will be referred to Human Resources.
Resolution 2020-0260, resolution authorizing a grant agreement with the Metro Health System in the amount not to exceed $5 million to assist the construction of an addiction and behavioral health center in Cuyahoga County.
This will be referred to the Committee of the Whole.
Resolution R 2020-0261, declaring that public convenience and welfare requires rehabilitation of Wolf Road from Sutcliffe Drive to Clegg Road in the city of Bay Village.
This will be referred to Public Works.
Resolution 2020-0262, making an award on requisition 48536 to various providers in the total amount not to exceed $600,000 for general sanitary engineering services for the period December 8th, 2020 through December 7th, 2023.
And this will also be referred to Public Works.
Resolution 2020-0263, authorizing an amendment to a revenue generating agreement with the City of Cleveland to lease space in the City of Cleveland Police Department headquarters located at 1300 Ontario Street in Cleveland for the period October 2nd, 2018 through October 1st, 2020, to exercise an option to extend the time period to October 1st, 2021, and for a lease amount of $14 per square foot per annum, plus parking fees and the cost of the City of Cleveland's proportional share of utilities.
This will be referred to Public Safety.
Resolution 2020-0264, authorizing an exemption from requests for proposals and making an award on requisition 3911 with various providers in the total amount not to exceed not to exceed $2 million for financial counseling and mortgage assistance services to eligible homeowners adversely affected by the COVID-19 pandemic for the Mortgage Assistance Program in connection with the Community Development Block Grant Program, and it's for the period January 1st, 2021 through December 31st, 2022.
This will be referred to Community Development.
Resolution 2020-0265, making an award on requisition 48968 to the Alcohol, Drug Addiction, and Mental Health Services Board of Cuyahoga County in the amount not to exceed $9,223,735.95 for the Mental Health and Substance Abuse Addiction Diversion Center for the period December 8th, 2020 through December 7th, 2022.
This will be referred to the Committee of the Whole.
Resolution 2020-0266, amending resolution number R 2020-0098 dated June 9th, 2020, which made awards on requisition 48436 to various contractors in the total amount not to exceed $15 million for on-call COVID-19 emergency building modifications for the period June 10th, 2020 through June 9th, 2021 by authorizing the county to make building modifications to the Cuyahoga County Assessment and Diversion Center located at 1804 East 55th Street in Cleveland.
This will be referred to Public Works.
Resolution 2020-0267, amending resolution number R 2020-0154 dated August 4th, 2020, which made awards on requisition 48610 to various contractors in the total amount not to exceed $15 million for on-call COVID-19 emergency building modifications for the period August 4th, 2020 through August 3rd, 2021 by authorizing the county to make building modifications to the Cuyahoga County Assessment and Diversion Center located at 1804 East 55th Street in Cleveland.
Will also be referred to Public Works.
Resolution 2020-0268, authorizing an agreement with Cuyahoga County Prosecutor's Office in the amount not to exceed $4,161,126 for legal services for the period January 1st, 2021 through December 31st, 2021.
This will be referred to Health and Human Services.
Resolution 2020-0269, authorizing a contract with the Salvation Army in the amount not to exceed $541,581 for the PASS Rapid Rehousing Program for single adult men in connection with fiscal year 2019 HUD Continuum of Care Homeless Assistance Grant Programs, and it's for the period October 1st, 2020 through September 30th, 2021.
This will be referred as well to Health and Human Services.
Resolution 2020-0270, making an amendment to a master contract with various municipalities and providers for various services for the Community Social Services Program, and it's for the period January 1st, 2019 through December 31st, 2020, to extend the time period to December 31st, 2021, to modify the terms, rates, and scope of services effective March 1st, 2020, and for additional funds in the amount not to exceed $1,803,105.
This will also be referred to Health and Human Services. Consideration of a resolution for second reading.
Resolution 2020-0238, confirming the county executive's reappointment of Mark D. Griffin to serve as Inspector General of Cuyahoga County for the term January 1st, 2021 through December 31st, 2024.
And this item will move to the December 8th council agenda for consideration for third reading adoption. Committee reports and consideration of resolutions for second reading adoption under suspension of rules. Could I have a motion to suspend the rules?
Mr. President, I move to suspend the rules.
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor? Aye.
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 Opposed? The ayes are suspended.
Resolution 2020-0224, confirming the county executive's appointment of various individuals to serve on the Cuyahoga Regional HIV Health Services Planning Council for the term October 28th, 2020 through October 27th, 2023, for the individuals listed on the printed agenda.
Move to adopt.
Second, Miller.
Thank you, Councilman Miller. Council President, these items were heard in the Human Resources Appointment and Equity Committee meeting. Both of the candidates, these gentlemen demonstrated the desire and the experience that would be advantageous to this body. So I respectfully request my colleagues' support.
All those in favor? Aye.
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 Those opposed? The ayes have it. The resolution is adopted.
Resolution 2020-0225, confirming the county executive's appointment of Bishara W. Addison to serve on the Alcohol, Drug Addiction, and Mental Health Services Board of Cuyahoga County, and is for the term July 1st, 2020 through June 30th, 2024.
Adopt.
Second, Miller.
Thank you, Council Miller. Council President, this item was also heard in the Human Resource Appointment and Equity Committee meeting. Ms. Addison also demonstrated tremendous knowledge and shared a personal story, which I think touched all of the members on the committee. And so we certainly would like to see her continue and respectfully request my colleagues' support for her appointment.
All those in favor? Aye.
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 All those opposed? The ayes have it. The resolution is adopted.
Resolution 2020-0225, confirming the county executive's, I'm sorry, I already read that one. Let's move on. Resolution 2020-0240, authorizing the appropriation of real property for the construction of the Shady Road Culvert in Olmsted Township, directing the county executive through the Department of Public Works to proceed with the acquisition of real property required for public highway purposes, authorizing the fiscal officer to issue the monetary warrants to be deposited with the probate court of Cuyahoga County in the amount that is equal to the fair market value of the property.
Motion to adopt.
Second, Brown.
Mr. President, this is seeking approval to file an appropriation action in the probate court to acquire the right-of-way property for highway purposes. The amount involved here is $1,600. This was presented to Public Works on November 18, 2020 by Ms. Nicole English. And this property is needed for a temporary easement for the Shady Road Bridge project. The county and the property owner have been unable to arrive at an agreed upon price for the temporary use of the property. And second reading on a suspension is requested as the possibility of a tight construction schedule given the probate court matter. So I'd ask for my colleagues' support on this.
All those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
All those opposed?
Aye.
Resolution is adopted.
Resolution 2020-0241, approving a revised right-of-way exhibit as set forth in plat number M5030, now known as Exhibit M5048, for the rehabilitation of North Main Street Bridge number 00.12 over the Chagrin River in the village of Chagrin Falls, authorizing the county executive through the Department of Public Works to acquire said necessary rights of way.
Motion to
Move to
adopt.
adopt.
Oh, sorry. That's okay.
Moved and seconded.
Can I
I'll s-
clarify the votes again, please?
I believe that was Mr. Schron and Mr. Tuma.
Thank you.
And is Mr. Tuma, are you going to speak to this item?
Yes, Mr. President. With respect to R 2020-0241, we are seeking approval of a revised right-of-way exhibit for the rehabilitation of the North Main Street Bridge in Chagrin Falls Village. The original right-of-way plans were approved in 2017, including 4 temporary easements. All were owned by the Village of Chagrin Falls, and a redesign of the project requires acquisition of 9 temporary easements for the purpose of performing necessary access to the bridge to replace walk benches and landscaping. And we did hear this before the Public Works Committee on November 18, 2020 from Miss English as well. And I'm asking for my colleagues' support. I'm moving this forward with second reading suspension as we're looking to move this project along.
And Mr. Schron, do you want your name on this resolution?
Yes, we're moving along with second reading suspension. They're going to start in 2022.
Okay.
I think it's exciting.
All those in favor? Aye.
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 All those opposed? The ayes have it. Resolution is adopted.
Resolution
Thank you,
2020.
Mr. Brady.
Resolution 2020-0244, amending resolution number R 2020-0078, dated March 16, 2020, which made awards to various municipalities and nonprofit organizations in the total amount of $1,610,364 for various projects or programs in connection with the 2020 Community Development Supplemental Grant Program by changing the time period from April 1st, 2020 through March 31st, 2021 to April 1st, 2020 through July 31st, 2021.
Move to adopt.
Second.
All right. Who's going to speak to this item? Anybody?
Mr. President,
Yes, Mr. Miller.
my colleagues, I appreciate the support of Sarah Parks Jackson and the Department of Development in extending the deadline by 4 months for the completion of this year's supplemental community development block grants due to delays caused by COVID-19. I received a request from the Bel Air Puritas Development Corporation in my district for such an extension and know that several other requests were received, so I would appreciate my colleagues' support.
All right.
Thank you.
Any discussion? All those in favor? Aye.
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 Those opposed? The ayes have it. The resolution is adopted.
Resolution 2020-0246, making an award on requisition 4056 with the Cleveland Foundation, serving as fiscal agent on behalf of the BAIL project in the amount not to exceed $200,000 to support the organization's mission activities by providing financial assistance to pay for court, bail, and related support services to low-income inmates. And it's for the period November 1st, 2020 through October 31st, 2021.
Move to adopt.
Second, Simon.
Thank you, Councilwoman Simon. Council President, this was heard in the Human Resources Appointment and Equity Committee meeting. This is a good first step as we struggle and continue to discuss the change that need to be made as it relates to bail reform in our criminal justice system. But given the circumstances, I certainly would respectfully request my colleagues' support.
All those in favor?
Mr. President, Mr.
Yes,
President,
Yes, Councilwoman Simon.
I fully support this bail project. I hope in the future we can provide future support, and I'd like to add my name.
Please add Councilwoman Simon's name. All those in favor? Aye.
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 All those opposed? The ayes have it. The resolution is adopted.
Resolution 2020-0247, authorizing an amendment to award RQ 39706 with various providers for real estate appraisal services, and it's in connection with the sheriff's sale for the period September 1st, 2017 through August 31st, 2020, to extend the time period to August 31st, 2023, and to modify various terms and contract language effective November 24th, 2020.
Move to adopt.
Second.
Mr. President, this was heard in committee. The original ask was for a 5-year extension. The council requested through the administration that we move down to a 3-year to stay consistent with what we do in the past with contracts. Fully vetted and unanimously passed out of committee. We request support.
All those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Ayes have it. The resolution is adopted. Committee reports and consideration of resolutions for second reading.
Resolution 2020-0226, declaring that public convenience and welfare requires replacement of Crest Lane Culvert number C-00.24 over the west branch of Rocky River in Olmsted Township. Total estimated project cost, $500,000, finding that special assessments will neither be levied nor collected to pay for any part of the county's cost of said improvement.
This item will move to the December 8th council agenda for consideration for third reading adoption.
Resolution 2020-0227, declaring that public convenience and welfare requires replacement of Eastwood Lane Culvert number C-00.08 over a creek to the west branch of Rocky River in Olmsted Township. Total estimated project cost, again, $500,000, finding that special assessments will neither be levied nor collected to pay for any part of the county's cost of said improvement.
And this item will also move to the December 8th council agenda for consideration for third reading adoption.
Resolution 2020-0228, declaring that public convenience and welfare requires replacement of Hilliard Boulevard, bridge number 0857 over Rocky River, Valley Parkway and Trail in the cities of Lakewood and Rocky River. Total estimated project cost, $40 million.
And this item will also move to the December 8th council agenda for third reading.
Mr.
Resolution
President,
20.
Yes, Councilman Miller.
may I please have my name added to this resolution?
Please add Councilman Miller's name to the resolution.
Thank you. Resolution 2020-0229, declaring that public convenience and welfare requires rehabilitation of Pleasant Valley Road, bridge number 09.03 over Riverview Road and an unnamed creek in the city of Independence. Total estimated project cost is $5 million.
This item will also move to the December 8th council agenda for consideration for third reading adoption.
Resolution 2020-0230, declaring that public convenience and welfare requires rehabilitation of Pleasant Valley Road, bridge number 09.35 over Cuyahoga Valley Scenic Railroad in the city of Independence. Total estimated project cost, $5 million.
And this item will move to the December 8th council agenda for third reading.
Resolution 2020-0231, declaring that public convenience and welfare requires the replacement of Warner Road culvert number C-00.20 over Ohio Canal in the village of Valley View. Total estimated project cost, $1 million.
This item will also move to the December 8th council agenda for third reading.
Resolution 2020-0232, declaring that public convenience and welfare requires rehabilitation of Warrensville Center Road, bridge numbers 05.92 east and 05.92 west over Greater Cleveland Regional Transit Authority in the city of Shaker Heights. Total estimated project cost, $4,600,000.
This item will also move to the December 8th council agenda for third reading.
Resolution 2020-0233, approving right-of-way exhibits as set forth in plat number M5046 for replacement of Crestwood Lane culvert number C-00.24 over a creek to the west branch of Rocky River in Eastwood Lane culvert number C-00.08 over a creek to the west branch of Rocky River in Olmsted Township, authorizing the county executive through the Department of Public Works to acquire said necessary rights of way.
This item will also move to the December 8th council agenda for consideration for third reading adoption.
Resolution 2020-0239, adopting the 2020-2021 biennial operating budget and capital improvements program annual update for 2021.
And this item will move to the December 8th council agenda for consideration for third reading adoption.
Resolution number 2020-0242, adopting the 2020 Universal Design Standards Guidelines for Cuyahoga County Facility Construction.
And this item will also move to December 8th meeting for third reading.
Resolution 2020-0243, making an award on requisition 3354 to Pitney Bowes, Inc. in the amount not to exceed $550,000 for the purchase of postage for the period November 24th, 2020 through June 30th, 2021.
And this item will move to the December 8th council agenda for third reading.
Resolution number 2020-0245, authorizing various sole source contracts with Manatron, Inc., doing business as Amentum Technologies in the total amount not to exceed $651,316 for support and maintenance services for various Manatron systems, and it's for the period January 1st, 2021 through December 31st, 2021.
This came out of the committee of the whole and will move to the December 8th council agenda for consideration for third reading adoption. Well, miscellaneous committee reports.
Council President, this is Councilwoman Brown. We will have our meeting on Tuesday, the 1st, with regards to the items that were referred to committee. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilwoman.
Council President, Councilwoman Simon, we're going to have our Environment Committee meeting Wednesday, December 2nd at 3 o'clock to discuss the item that was referred today.
Thank you, Councilwoman.
Mr. President, Public Works will meet on Wednesday, December 1st at its regularly scheduled time. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilman.
Council President, Community Development will meet on Monday, November 30th to deal with the items referred.
Thank you, Councilman.
Mr. President, Safety, 1 o'clock Tuesday.
Councilman Brady, Conwell, HHS will be December 2nd at regular scheduled time.
Thank you, Councilwoman.
Council President,
Yes.
Economic Development will be doing an update on a number of issues to include the sector partnership presentations on the 14th. And the folks from Economic Development want to present status on a number of items.
Okay, thank you, Councilman.
Mr.
3
President,
o'clock.
Yes, Councilman Miller.
my colleagues, Finance and Budgeting will meet at its regular time on Monday, November 30th at 1 p.m. for updates on the CARES Act Fund, the Harris Project, and the ERP. The presentation by ERP consultant Zig Burzens, which was scheduled for Thursday, December 3rd at 1 p.m. in Committee of the Whole, will not take place to make way for important legislation that has to be heard at that time.
Thank you, Councilman. Is there any comments or miscellaneous business before the council?
Council President, this is Trevor. There was a mistake on the write-up for two resolutions, 0266 and 0267, the Public Works items. Those were supposed to go to Committee of the Whole, and the markup said Public Works because they're related to the diversion center. So would it be possible to refer those two items to the Committee of the Whole, please?
No, okay. And what items were those again, Trevor?
Those were 0266 and 0267, the amendment to the $15 million Public Works items, the ones, because it's related to the diversion center.
I see. All right. Well, if there are no objections, we'll refer those to the committee of the whole as well.
Sorry about that. Thank you.
That's all right. Okay, well, listen, happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
Happy Thanksgiving to you too.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Council meeting is adjourned.
You're getting short, Dan,
All
as we used to say in the Army.
Take
right.
care, be safe.
Here. Thank you, everybody.
Thanks.